Hello, neighbor. This is Robert J. Ray, president of the Organism Chapter 4, coming at you again. And I'm really anxious and sad about the YouTube thing. In order for me to get my money, I have to file a lawsuit against YouTube. And you're going to have to do the same thing too, because YouTube is a Ponzi scheme, scamming cooperation and criminal entity that everybody seems to think is okay. They great because they tell people they're gonna make money off of YouTube, and they're not gonna make any money off of YouTube. Now I've been on there for a year or so. I got 50 plus videos on there, over an hour long, awareness videos, sharing with people how to fix their life, how to fix anything they need to in their life, addiction, uh, rape prevention, mental health, all things that I've fixed people's lives for over 40 years. And YouTube is sabotaging it because they don't want you to become aware. My process makes people more aware so they can see things, they can see the genuine truth in things. And YouTube traveling at the speed of light, which is 186,000 miles per second. Just think about that. They traveling at the speed of light. And all you YouTube creators, mostly a lot of teenagers and young adults, you traveling at a snail's pace. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a few minutes. But to think that YouTube care about you and care about you making money is a false claim. Because the only people they care about making money is the people that's already got money. Now, individuals like this Holland guy that played Batman, not Batman, but the Spider-Man, he's backing away from it because there's so many people coming at him until he is making his mental health bad. But you, a common citizen like ourselves, you're not going to get 1,000 subscribers. That guy Holland, he could get 1,000 subscribers in 30 minutes. But my tech guy, he investigated and he said a guy did a survey and a deep dive like YouTube always talk about. They doing a deep dive, which they'll do anything but figure out how to screw you over and over. He did a deep dive and he found out that for a common creator on YouTube to get 100 subscribers, and he's not famous. You're not famous about anything. Don't nobody know who you are. Only people know you as your friends and relatives. He said it would take almost 2 years for you to get 100 subscribers. Now check yourself out. Just think about how long it took you to get the subscribers you got. And he said, in order for we common individuals to get 1,000 subscribers, it would take 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? They fixed it so you will not get any money. But your creativity that you put on there, your genius you put on there, and all of your talent that you put on there, they use that to make that $16 billion of advertising money. That's part of that. They put ads in those videos and they rake in all of this money, but you get nothing. See, and they did me the same way for a whole year. I'm gonna tell you some of the things that they did in a minute. But first, I'm gonna read you the complaint that I had to file with the here it is with Lynn Fitch, the Attorney General of Mississippi. If you can see it, this is what the complaint is. You got to file this against us. But see, you're not gonna have to file because all you got to do is sign up for the lawsuit that I'm filing, which is a class action lawsuit. All of you YouTubers out there that's not getting paid any money, you get into this lawsuit. You put your name of your channel and your name and your email address, and you'll be part of the lawsuit. You ain't got nothing to lose because you're not gonna get any money from YouTube unless you become part of this lawsuit. And all you got to do is send your name and your channel to Robert Ray 601 at Comcast.net or robert.arthur@gmail.com, or either you can send it to robertray348@gmail.com, or either you can send it to Sage Coffee and Books in Vicksburg, in Gulfport, Mississippi. That's my producer. She owns a bookstore, book and coffee and bookstore down there in Gulfport, and she's my producer, and she's my investigator, and she did a real deep dive into YouTube, and my next video is going to be on the summary that she came up with for the lawsuit, my lawsuit, and you'll see that you need to join it because they have victimized so many people, and they're still victimizing millions of people all over the world. But if you want to ever get any money from YouTube, you need to join this lawsuit, this class action lawsuit. Like I said, just send your channel's name, your email address, and that's all we need. And we'll put your name on there. And once we get them to court, and we got to get them to court because they're moving at the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. That's why they're moving. And you're moving at a snail pace. So you can't never catch up with what they're talking about. So first, let me read you the complaint. Okay. The complaint form, Robert J. Ray, address and everything, company information, complete information applicable to your complaint. This complaint is against Google LCC, D//B/A YouTube. They don't have a phone number, so you can never call. Any business that don't have a phone number for you to get in contact with them, and you can't get in contact with them, you got to be suspicious of this company because they know they're going to have a lot of complaints coming in, and they don't want to even pay anybody to answer the phone. Their address is 901 Cherry City, San Bruno State, California, zip 94066. The owner and manager would be Susan Wojcicki. I guess that's the way you pronounce her name. And the email address is YouTube Group 3 Raven, REVEN. And the name of person that I dealt with was Bo. He's just a tech. They got so many of these techs. See, they moving at the speed of light. So if you call Bo, he'll get finished with you, and you might have to call Sally. And Sally get finished with you, and she'll turn you over to Lucas. And you'll continuously be going around and around in a maze of circles, trying to ask them, where's your money? Well, how can you get satisfaction like this? You can't. They created it like this. It's a Ponzi scheme that they're doing. And once we slow them down and get them in the court, you're going to see it. The whole world is going to see that it was nothing but a big Ponzi scheme from the beginning. And that's why you'll get your money. Because if the court proves that YouTube was a Ponzi scheme and intended to use your talent and your genius and your knowledge to make money and not give you any, then that's a Ponzi scheme. And that's what they're doing. You're not going to get any money from YouTube. Only the famous people and the top 10 are getting money. The royalty family is getting money. The beast is getting money. See, they're getting money because they've got such a following and they've got so many views until the YouTube, they like them because now they can put all of their ads in there and they can make money off of them, and then so they can pay them. Although they are making money off of you, they're not going to pay you any money. That's why you got to join this class action lawsuit. Like I said, send your child name and your name and address so we'll know who to sign the check to. And then you'll be part of the lawsuit. Then it doesn't matter whether they pay you or not, because now you're going to get paid regardless. But if you out there study putting your continuously putting your videos on YouTube, thinking that one day you're gonna get monetized and you're gonna get then you're gonna be able to get money from YouTube, then you're in a popular delusions and madness of the crowd, because you're not gonna get anything. They're just gonna use your material, your genius continuously to eternity, making money, and you'll make nothing. In order for you to keep doing that, you would have to be really unaware to keep doing that. And I understand that a lot of you don't understand what's going on, because, like I said, YouTube is moving at 186,000 miles per second, and you're just slow pacing. You're trying to be the good person, the good guy, and do it right like they want you to. But as long as you're doing that, you're not gonna get any money. Take me, for instance. They thought I was just a 74-year-old black man, put up a video or two, but they didn't know that I had a process. My process is on file in Washington, D.C. My process has fixed millions of people's lives. And it caught on. So I went on, and in 8 months, I had gotten my 1,000 subscribers, had gotten the 4,000 watch hours. I had gotten all of that. So I became monetized. And when we first got on this thing, they said, Ray, you would be getting $22 per view. They didn't know I was going to get as many views. I got over 290,000 views in hardly no time. That's $22 per view, is what they claimed they were going to pay me, which they didn't pay me. That's why I'm filing this lawsuit. So you ask yourself the question, why wouldn't they pay me? Because they are not paying anybody but the people that they choose to pay. Let me adjust this, because I want y'all to see this here. I want y'all to see the organism chapter 4. That process is one of probably the most unique, the most knowledgeable, the most successful processes on the planet. And if I'm going to let you use my process like YouTubers use, you need to pay me. But they refused to pay me. So I had no alternative but to file a lawsuit. And the Attorney General of Mississippi, Lynn Fitch, and her workers told me, say, yeah, you're gonna have to file a lawsuit, because this is what they did and said. Okay, this is the complaint that Lynn Fitch office sent to YouTube to let them know, say, you got a complaint against you that you're not paying this individual. So you need to let us know why you're not paying. And so the complaint by Robert James Ray, and they wrote them, and they say, Dear Sir, they wrote this to Google. They said, Dear Sir, please refer to my previous letter in which this office requested your written response within 10 working days to enclose complaint concerning your business. No such response was received. They had already written Google and told what company, if they would have wrote Exxon, General Motors, Ford, or any other big company and say, hey, you got a complaint against you, you need to answer this. Those companies probably would have had their legal department answer the question, because, hey, it's something wrong in River City here. We got a complaint. We gotta find out what the issue is. Google, they didn't say anything. They didn't do anything. They wouldn't even write the Attorney General back and say, hey, we know Ray, but he don't have no complaint. He ain't doing nothing. We ain't got none of Ray's stuff. They wouldn't even respond to the Attorney General of a state. Now how God, like, this is why they say they're bigger than God. Can you see a company say they're bigger than God? None of these companies in America ever said anything like that because they know that they would be slammed. But Google, since they're making so much money, they feel like they don't have to answer to anybody. And even the government, they won't even mess with Google. So I'm thinking of that we might have to change this country to the United States of Google instead of the United States of America. Because if they're bigger than God and the federal government won't put their foot down and say, hey, look, you can't do the citizens of America like this, then they'll continue to do it. And this is what they continue doing. But see, I know that if we get there, if we slow that 186,000 miles per second down and get them in court, they can't fly like that. They're gonna have to the attorneys, they're gonna slow it down and ask them questions about this sentence here. What does this mean here for the YouTube creator here? Did you mean that you're not going to pay them even if you owe them money? Is that what this is saying? And they're going to have to answer to all of these things because they got all of these paperwork that they kept sending me. You know, they were going to pay me this money. I'm going to read some of it for you in a few minutes. But this is what the Attorney General wrote to Google. I respectfully request that you forward your written response within 5 business days of your receipt of this letter. This is the second letter they sent them. It is hoped that this letter may be resolved through our administrative procedure. This is an important matter. Your response may prevent legal proceedings from being filed against you. Your reply should be in writing, but feel free to call this office if you should have any questions. Your cooperation in this matter will be appreciated. Sincerely, Lena Farquhar, she works up under the Attorney General, Lynn Fitch. And she was told by the Attorney General to write a letter. No answer. So they don't answer anybody. So they're not answering anybody. They just do like they want to do. They just can screw you around like they want to do it. Nothing can be done about it. But I'm going to show them that they can't do the Organism Chapter 4 like that. No way. They can't use 50 videos of a copyrighted process on file in Washington, D.C. and then make millions of dollars off of it and don't pay me my part. They're not going to get away with it. So that's the complaint that we are going under. And so we want you, if you're a YouTube creator, it don't make no difference if you ain't got monetized. If they are using your videos and you see your video up on YouTube, then you need to get part of this class action lawsuit so you can get some money. Otherwise, you're not gonna get any money. Because why should they pay you? They don't have to. Because nobody's gonna make them pay you. Look what I gotta do. I gotta go. They know they owe me money. They even said they owe me money. This is one of the letters. This is one of the letters that they wrote me. This comes from Google support. Look at it and see if you don't have one like this. And the numbers. They got the numbers up there and everything. And they said, and this from YouTube Partner Support. They said, hi there, thanks for reaching out earlier, Robert J. Ray, regarding your complaint. We have updated your revenue funds in Google AdSense, which can now be seen. We will update the rest soon. You also no longer have to reach another threshold because we found this problem on our end. You can expect these funds on March the 30th, 2022. You will also have to confirm your bank once again. See, I had done all this. See, they just keep running you back through the same stuff. They told me that I had $2.5 million coming from my first payment. And then they write me a letter saying the bank wouldn't accept the money. Hey, I'm not making this up. You can't make this up. They said the bank wouldn't accept the $2.5 million. And for me to get in touch with my bank. Now I ask you, if your bank didn't accept $2.5 million and you got in touch with your bank, what you think they would say to you? The first thing they're gonna say is, well, like they told me, they said, well, Mr. Ray, we haven't received any uh, correspondence about any money coming from Google for you. For no $2.5 million coming for you. See, but they tell you, see, this is more stuff. They include the bank. This is bank fraud. When they include the bank in their schemes and their lies, that's bank fraud. The government should have been all over when they done that. But no, the government not doing anything because they getting all of that tax money from the Biden administration. They don't want it. They want Google to be okay because they use Google a lot. They use YouTube a lot, but YouTube is actually using them. See? So they ain't doing anything with Google. Okay, this is another thing. Look here. Monetize. They sent me this. They kept sending me stuff all through the year. Oh, Ray, Robert, you're doing great. Just keep up the good work. You're monetized. See, they checked me. I was monetized. But they won't send me any money. Yeah, I'm monetized, but they won't send me any money. Clear. There go my subscribers there. You see that? I got 1,094 subscribers. That's when they monetized me. Now, but when they cut me off, when I kept asking for my money, and they kept warding me off and deflecting me, then they just sabotaged my channel altogether. They stopped even letting people subscribe. I had 25,000 subscribers, over 25,000 subscribers. When YouTube, they cut me off. Now they don't want to talk. Yeah, you keep asking for your money. We don't want to talk to you. This is the attitude that they took. I had the 4,750 watch hours. You see that? This is what they said. You reached 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. Nice job. Your channel is now being reviewed to make sure it complies with the YouTube Partner Program terms and our community guidelines. We'll email you the decision within a month or so. It's always something else. See, all they had to do was make me out a check and send me my money. I did what they asked to do. But now, we got to look at some other stuff here now and see if you up to the community guidelines and if the YouTube Partner terms is okay. And then here they come with this AdSense stuff. They ain't say nothing about you had to go through no AdSense when they was telling you that you were going to make all of this money if you become monetized. You see how fast they going? They moving. And this is not even the tip of the iceberg, people. I mean, they got so much stuff to throw at you. They got people probably staying up all night long making this stuff up to see it. Here's something else they sent. YouTube partners come from YouTube. They said, "Hi there. Thank you for your response. I appreciate your patience in cooperation. I've consulted our internal team about your issue. My issue is the money. You owe me money and you won't pay me. Pay me my money, we wouldn't have an issue." So they said, "I've consulted our internal team about your issue and we didn't see any issue about your channel." Now, did I ask them anything about the channel? I'm asking them about the millions of dollars they owe me, about my money. But see, they deflected me also. We looked at your channel. We didn't see anything wrong with your channel, and everything seemed to be working as well. No, it's not working as well because you haven't sent me my money. They said, "Please note that advertising revenue is based on a number of different factors and may not be directly related to video views." That's not what you said. When you wanted me to put my videos up there, all you were saying was, you're going to get $22 per view. Just keep it up. Then I got up to the point where I was making $64 per view. All of these views, all the while up until I got 1,000 subscribers. Once I got 1,000 subscribers and I had over 300,000 views, then now they're coming in here with this. It's not, it's just not the views that get you your money. Now you got to go through AdSense and do that threshold. See, the government should not let them get away with this Ponzi scheme bullshit. But they letting them get away with it. The only way I can get satisfaction is to get them in court, slow the 186,000 miles per second down to a snail's pace where we can see what you're doing. We know what you're doing, but you're doing it so fast, you think nobody's going to ever be able to stop you. But the organism chapter 4 is going to stop you, along with all the other YouTubers out there that signed up with me in this class action lawsuit. We got the Attorney General of Mississippi behind us. They've already told me, hey, you got an excellent case because it seems like a Ponzi scheme. They won't answer the questions to the complaint. That's a red flag that they are doing something criminal and something false and evil. So all we got to do is slow it down, get them into the court system, and we'll get our money. That's if they don't try to pay us before that time. A lot of times, once they don't want to go to court, because when they go to court, this is going to bring the whole YouTube building, the whole criminal enterprise down. Then nobody will trust YouTube after this. After we get them in the court and the people see how demonic they are, and how criminal it was, and how they was running a Ponzi scheme on all of these youth of America and all the other people in the world. CEO Wojcicki, she won't even answer to her. She don't talk to anybody. Yet nobody can talk to her. All she do is just sit there and draw her check, draw her $1 million check. And she don't talk to anybody about any complaints. Do you think any other CEO in America could do that? You think the CEO of Ford, General Motors, Chrysler, General Electric, Exxon, you think they could just sit back there and not answer any of these questions, any of these complaints? No. But why does Google have that right? How can they do it? It's just like they telling Trump now, nobody is above the law. But Google seems to think they are above the law. They just do what they want. Anybody that will put out a statement that they are bigger than God, you can imagine who they think they are. They think they can't be touched. This here stuff here that Google be writing, this is what I think of that. And the court's going to think the same thing. That's what we do with that. That's just bullshit that they think they're going to get away with continuously, but they not. Then they wrote me, they said I had invalid traffic. Now see, what's that got to do? You mean that for a year's time, I didn't have any invalid traffic, but once I got monetized, oh, you had invalid traffic. Some of your relatives was putting in, my relatives, I don't have any relatives. All my relatives is dead. I got one sister. My son, he just died in April. And he didn't care anything about YouTube. So he wasn't in invalid traffic. But here they go. They're hitting. See, this is them traveling at 186,000 miles per second. And I'm talking about paying me my money. I'm already monetized. Here, they come with this here stuff. Avoid partnering and untrusted parties, and when it comes to video creation and building your channel. Your example, some third parties might push your purchasing traffic to raise ad revenue on your view. See, that's what they're saying. They try to say my sister put in 1 million, looked at my video 1 million times. My son looked at it 500,000 times. That's what they're trying to say. Invalid traffic, which is nothing but more bullshit. We'll see you in court on that one too. This one here, they say, why? I asked them, say, why is my channel having invalid traffic when I've used my 26.6 thousand Instagram? And that's what I got on Instagram. I got 26,000 followers on Instagram. The organism, Robert Ray in the organism chapter 4. And an Instagram account to gain all the views I have on YouTube, so my views are not invalid traffic. Just wanted to clear that up. That's what I told them. Then I asked them another, I want you to explain how YouTube Partner make money from my videos you put on YouTube and how it will make money from how many views it receives. Send me the rules and instructions a person must fulfill to become a YouTube partner, the amount of money a person can make on becoming a YouTuber. And that was way back. And when I first started, I asked them that. And they told me, say, hey, you can be making $22 a second. I had to keep asking them that. They wouldn't tell me. This is supposed to be the first thing they tell a YouTube person that's trying to become a YouTube partner. This is how much money you'll make. Be plain and simple, like Rumble. Rumble does that. They tell you you'll make this much money. If you get these many views, you'll make this much money. And that's what they make. But these clients, that's why Rumble is suing Google now. Google tried to destroy Rumble. They're a company trying to do the same, trying to put the same platform up that Google has up, but an honest, legitimate one where you can really get your videos created out there and put them on there and views, and you can make some money on it. You might not make the money that Google claimed they're gonna pay you, but you can make some money. That's why Rumble has got Google crying uncle right now, because they did a lot of illegal stuff to Rumble. See, this video is gonna be up on Rumble, and you'll see that all of this stuff that YouTube is talking is nothing but BS. And they keeping the money and just sending you out in space at 186 miles per second where you can't catch on. You don't know what's going on. This bullshit also. We're going to court on it. Look at here. They sent me this. YouTube support. They said, hi there, thank you for your email. They're always so friendly. Oh, hi there, Robert. Oh, we are trying to help you out of your complaint, in your situation. They're not trying to do that. They just blowing smoke up my ass. Is all they're doing. And this is what they're going to do to you if you get to a point where they owe you money. You're not going to get any money. You're going to get these kind of letters. Here's what they say. I appreciate you sending the screenshot. See, they know that I sent them the email that they sent me. But instead of them going on and accepting it, oh, send me a screenshot of that so we can determine if it's legit. All of your numbers is there. You sent it to me. You ought to know if it's yours or not. So this is what they said. I appreciate you for sending the screenshot, but seeing that it doesn't match to the email that you received. Based on the reference number, see, and they have all these numbers. This is a reference number. 5-3251000318888. All that is to complicate things. Just one of those numbers there can be off and the whole thing's down. You sent the wrong number in. You missed 1 0. It's 4 5 0 1 2 3 4 zeros in there. And say for instance you put it down, you ended the version and miss 1 0. Instead of them saying, oh, he just missed the 0. Let's go ahead. Oh, this is the wrong number. Yeah, it's one number wrong. We missed putting 1 0 in there. But they say the whole number is wrong. See, that's to throw you off again. Anything to deflect you from your real issue, which is they owe me money. They owe me millions of dollars they won't pay me. I'm having to go to court, go through all these chains. But it's a good thing because a lot of you other people are going to get paid too. Because that's why I want it to be a class action lawsuit. It's more powerful when it's a class action. And I know some of you people want your money. And this is the only way you're going to get it, is to join my lawsuit, the class action lawsuit against Google and YouTube And when the verdict come down, when they see that all that YouTube is doing is running a big supernatural Ponzi scheme, and somebody's going to prison there at YouTube. The ones that running this, they gotta go to prison. When I do my next video with the summary that my producer have gotten together, she up to 15 pages of this stuff. See, this is how you have to do. You have to include all of this stuff that you find out that YouTube is doing. It's several companies. It's several entities suing YouTube. I'm not the only one. Because of the criminal Ponzi scheme stuff that they do. They're being sued. And in my next video, I'm gonna break it down and tell you all of the individuals and all of the companies that's suing them, including Rumble. Rumble is the one up there that can face off with them. You know, everybody else is little bitty ants, you know, compared to YouTube. But Rumble, they can play with, they can get in there and punch with them. And this is what they are doing now. But Google is doing everything they can to try to knock Rumble off of their game. But I think they're going to be strong enough to do it. And with our help, that's going to even be more help for Rumble. It said an email request a screenshot the email that you received that says it came from our CEO. It came from Wojcicki. The numbers were the same. It's the same numbers that I had been getting all year, telling me, "Hey, keep up the good works, Robert. You're doing good. People love your video." It's the same number. But when I call to ask about my money, that's not the same number that we use. Yeah, it is the same. And when we get to court, we're going to show that it's the same number. Because I got all of the paperwork from the time I first started dealing with Google up until right now, up until today. And once we get them in court and say, well, isn't this the same number you sent Mr. Robert when you told him that he patted him on the back and told him he was doing good? And you let them lie up on that stand, they're not going to perjure themselves. And when they look and compare that, it is the same number. But you told Mr. Robert that it wasn't the same number. Why did you do that? See, we're going to have them and nail them to the board because they can't lie up on that stand. They lie up on that stand, they'll be going, they won't pass go. They'll go directly to jail if they do that. This here, bullshit. This one here come from YouTube support Google. How many? Now let me ask you, a $1 trillion company, you would think that they would have prevention from hacking. They told me that some hackers got in there and sent these emails where they owe me money. No hacker sent any other emails to me, but only about the money. The money that they owed me, the hackers sent that. They didn't send that. You see how fast they be going? They sent me a letter. I was told by a tech that I would have to accumulate another $100 threshold. This is AdSense stuff. I ain't gonna even read that because that ain't nothing but if you were gonna have to go through an AdSense threshold thing, wouldn't you want to know that in the beginning before you put all of this energy, all of your talent out there to try to get 1,000 subscribers, to try to get 4,000 watch hours, and all the other stuff that you got to do? Wouldn't you want to know that, hey, even when you got that done, you ain't through, you ain't gonna get no money. You got to get this $100 threshold money at 5 cents per ad. When I found, I said, what the hell is that? Why didn't you tell me that way 6-8 months ago, that even though I get these 1,000 subscribers and I'm expecting a check and money, I won't get done then. I got to jump through this hoop now. See, this is Ponzi scheme stuff. Just right out, down, flat out Ponzi scheme stuff that Bernie Madoff went to prison for. that Ponzi himself, the one that created this kind of scheme, he went to prison himself. And these people going to prison too. Once we slow it down, once we stop that 186,000 miles per second paperwork that they use on people, we're going to get them. We're going to get them. Here's another one. YouTube support. Now, how are hackers sending all of this? What hacker is going to take time out to send me? He ain't getting any money from me. Why is he hacking me? If he hacking anybody, he should be hacking the people who have the money. He should be hacking Google. So the hacking stuff, okay, here they go. Hi there. Thank you for reaching us by chat. See how they always got these formulas. They so friendly towards you. Although they screwing you, stabbing you in the back. This is how they friendly. Oh, hi there. Thank you for reaching us by chat. As promised, I am sending you this email so that you can revert us with a screenshot of the email you received. Kindly make sure to include the email address of the sender as well. You sent it. You're the sender. Who are you talking about here? All best, Bo. He's a tech. He don't know anything. He just get the little $7.50 they pay him an hour to sit by his phone to deflect. They done already gave him a sheet to go by. Say if they call and ask for anything, just run this on them. Just do this. And that's what they do. They just read that out to you. That let me do a deep dive. That's one of their favorite words, a deep dive. Let me do a deep dive and see what we can come up with, Mr. Robert. See, they not doing no deep dive. They just sitting there laughing at you. See? But they're not going to laugh once they find out that Google going to put it all on them. Google going to put it on them. They're going to say, well, we was up at the top. We had no idea that Bo was doing Mr. Ray like that. See, they told him to do it. And I bet he don't have any evidence where they told him to use that script. See, they keep themselves out of it. See, they running it by him. They running by him 186,000 miles per second. He don't know what's going on. He there just making money. And he don't know what's going on. They using him. Now here's another letter. YouTube revenue letter. This here come from them. YouTube Cooperation Revenue. Gmail. Now who makes it? Now who a hack? What hacker knows all of this stuff to be using on me, and for what reason? He not getting any money from me. Hackers, they looking for money. They not gonna sit down and do all of this hacking on Robert Ray and not get any money for it. That would be stupid to do that. So this is coming from YouTube. They're the hackers. They hack themselves. You have some, see how fast they run? Who would ever think anybody to hack themselves? See, but Google does. They do that. 186,000 miles per second. That's what they traveling at. And the rest of us, we down here looking through the paper. Where was that at? They said this back here. This is what they told me on January the 23rd, 2022 at 9:05 a.m. What hacker is going to be up at 9:05 a.m.? Hackers working late at night when everybody else is asleep. This was at 9:05 a.m. This was sent by Google. That's their working time. To Robert J. Ray, your bank has declined $2.5 million revenue, which was supposed to be deposited on 1/22/22. Please contact your bank. Have a great day. They always end everything up with that. Have a great day. How am I have a great day when you ain't sending me my money? See that? That's what they wrote me. Why would they write me a letter like this? They say they owe me $2.5 million and they try to put it in my bank. Then when that don't work, then they don't even communicate. They don't say nothing when you do that. See, all of this is just Ponzi scheme stuff. Now I'll keep this because this is evidence here. This came from Google, and we approve it. And oh, that little sheet down there, as I went down to the Citizens National Bank and told them, say, hey, YouTube and Google say they put this money in my bank account. You know, when you go down there with Google and YouTube, they are reputable. They overall everything. They wouldn't say they're gonna put money in your bank if they ain't put it in there. But guess what they said? This is what the one of the vice president at the Citizens Bank, one of the managers said. They wrote a note said, no attempt at depositing in either account, no wires for that amount at all. They didn't try to put any money in their account. So why lie? Why lie to me? Unless you up to no good. Unless you don't want to pay me any money. So this is what they're doing. So if you think you're dealing with a honest, legitimate company, just because you use with YouTube and their name is on everything, you can Google up anything, and you think that they're a legitimate company, and you think they're honest and care about you, like I said, then you may be kind of touched in the head because ain't none of that's going to happen. You're not going to get any money from Google. Look, this is the money that they put in my account. This is what I wrote on there. This is from Regional Bank. That's my bank right there. See what they say. Let's see if you can see it. But anyway, this right here is 14 cents. They put in 14 cents pending 0.14 cent Google payment. They do this to guarantee that you have a legitimate checking account. And then they'll send 14 cents in there, and then they're supposed to send the rest of your money. But they sent the 14 cents in there, haven't heard from them since. Ain't sent any of my money in there. Now, why do you suppose they're doing this to a 76-year-old black man now? Why do you think they're doing it? Why would they do it? Now, they got billions of dollars. They're supposed to be a tree now. Why not pay the old black man? You know, I done did everything I did for them. My videos are quality videos. People love to listen to them. They get information. They can straighten their lives out. You know, they send me 14 cents and then cut off communication. Nothing else goes in there. I said, well where's what? No communication. Now they're not talking. Then after several weeks go by, they'll write you an email. Here we go. Get with Tech Joe and see if y'all can't work out something. Yeah, they're just running you through a maze. And I'm here wondering, what is the world is wrong with these people? And here's another one. The money thing. They telling me that I got $3,552 going into my account. My child has gotten 381,000 views. You hear me? Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting paid money for these views. I'm supposed to be getting $22, $64, $74. They ain't sent me any money. And they don't even say, they just cut off bills. They just say, well, the hell with Ray. He can't do nothing about it anyway. So they say, but they're going to find out different. Child analyst. You see that? That's That's $446,000 that they say that they owe me. $400,446.63 that they say they owe me. They won't pay me. They won't pay me. So why won't they pay? So if they owe me this money and they ain't paying me, then they're not gonna pay you. That's if you ever get monetized. Which 99.9% of you YouTube creators, you're not gonna get no 1,000 subscribers. I'm sad to say. It's just like the guy said. The average citizen will not ever get 1,000 subscribers and get monetized on YouTube. So your video just, your creativity, your talent, your genius just really belong to YouTube. And they can just use it, put ads in it, make money. And you sitting at home like an idiot thinking you're gonna get YouTube, thinking you're gonna get monetized and you're gonna get money from YouTube. You're not getting any money from YouTube. The people that's getting money from YouTube is already getting it. The royalty family, the beast, and all of them that's up there at the top 10, and then the top 20, and then the top 100, and they'll give them some money. But the majority of YouTube people will never get a dime from YouTube. And they'll make millions off of your talent, millions off of it. And the government is standing by letting them do that. Now, why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think they let YouTube victimize the teenagers and youth and young people of America? It's because they don't care about you either. The federal government, they don't care about you. The only person that care about you is you. You and your family care about you. So you join this class action lawsuit and you're going to get some money. You'll probably get more money than you would have got by them paying you on YouTube. What you need to do is email your channel name, your email address, your name and your email address so that we can add you to the lawsuit. That's all you got to do. And you're going to get some money. You're going to get some money. But if you don't do that, you're just going to be sitting there looking for something in a delusion, and it's never going to come. No money's ever going to come to you from YouTube. Because in the first place, you're not going to be able to get 1,000 subscribers. The only reason I got 1,000 subscribers is that I had a process that people loved. They wanted to see more of it. They wanted to see it. And they subscribed to it because they liked me. They liked the way I presented to them. They liked what I said. And I brought them awareness, and I brought them new information and new knowledge that they had never heard before. And they liked that. And they subscribed to my channel. See, I had 26,000 subscribers. I said, no, not 26,000, but 2,600 subscribers when they cut me off. And then they started sabotaging my process. They wouldn't even let people subscribe to my channel anymore. Because now I'm a thorn in their side. I'm asking for money and they don't want to pay me. All they had to do was pay me. They wouldn't even have this lawsuit. Now, their whole criminal enterprise is going to come tumbling down. Yeah, once we get them in court, once the media pick it up, once the jury look and see what they're doing to the youth of America and people all over the world, they're going to put a stop to it. It's going to be they're going to put a stop to it. Okay. This is from the AGO. This was from the I think this is one of the that I sent to the Consumer Protection Division. It said in submitting this complaint to the Consumer Protection Division, yeah, so they're just not reading and making up stuff. Please be aware that although our office can sometimes assist with the mediation of a dispute when both parties are willing, we cannot see both parties are willing. Now, YouTube is not going to be willing. So these people are nothing. They can't do that. Federal government, consumer protection, they're going to protect the consumer. But if the other party don't want to mediate, then they can't help it. They can't help. So what good are they? See, the system is geared to victimize the little people like us. Join this lawsuit, people, if you want any money. If you are a YouTube creator and you ain't got paid and you putting video and you thinking you're going to get monetized, you forget it. Even if you get monetized, you ain't going to get money. They're going to have you jumping through hoop, through hoop, through hoop. And at the end of the jumping, you still won't have any money. But if you sign up for this class action lawsuit, you're going to get some money. YouTube complaint, CS 2200912. Mr. Ray, your complaint form has been assigned to me. Since your complaint is against YouTube, the company information should be completed about YouTube, not your business. Here's a link that you may find helpful. YouTube to contact us. Please complete and return the attached file. So I did all of this. So this is done already. And this was from Tony Geiger, direct constituent for the outreach. He's supposed to be in there helping the citizens. This Tony Geiger. I talked to him. He seemed like a nice guy, and he has been trying to help me. He's with the Attorney General's office, Tony Geiger. And so if you want to get in touch with him to ask anything about my lawsuit or the class action lawsuit, you can call him down here. His number is cell is 601-540-669-09. Let me say that again. 601-540-6609. Tony Geiger, and he's the director of constituent outreach. And call him and ask him what he think about my lawsuit. And then that'll give you some more encouragement to sign up for it. Okay, this was a summary of my complaint done by one of Attorney Lynn Fitch's workers. Complaint, summary of complaint. Hello, Ms. Landon. My YouTube partner child is Robert J. Ray /YouTube. I have over 50 videos that are making money for YouTube with ads running in my videos 24/7. And they running in yours 24/7 too. Your videos. And they making money 24/7 off of your talent. I was deluded like millions of other YouTubers who thought YouTube was a good and true company. And I did. I thought YouTube was straight, just like all y'all did. I would never have projected that they were a complicated and convoluted Ponzi scheme. The YouTube scam is so subtle and difficult to perceive. I am sending you your 4 sheets for you to inspect. After that, I'm anxious to meet with you to get your projection on the deceptive company. What was your response? No response and no payment of money owed me. See, this is what YouTube does. I mean, they just blow smoke up anybody's ass. It don't make no difference. If it's the Attorney General, we don't care. We so rich and powerful, we don't care about anything. So we really, the more people that sign up, the more power we'll have against this Google and YouTube company. Okay, now, Lynn Fitch sending me stuff from the Attorney General. They didn't know, they couldn't get any response out of me. Okay, this is something from YouTube. YouTube followers. Hello, my T followers. My YouTube partner channel is Robert J. Radio. I have over 50 videos. I was deluded like other millions. This here is some of the same stuff colluded. I am filing a class action lawsuit against YouTube, Google for fraud, deceptive practices, secretive complex strategies, issues with paperwork, and all 7 of the red flags of a Ponzi scheme. It's in YouTube got it. They over got it. They overwhelmed with Ponzi scheme red flag. If you think you have been victimized by YouTube, Google, sign your name and get paid for your genius and talent at robertray348@gmail.com. That's just one of my emails. And you can also send it to Sage Coffee and Books in Gulfport, Mississippi. That's my producer, my book agent up there. She sells my books there, and she's done an investigation. And when I get that summary that she's done the investigation, this is really gonna knock you out of control. That'll be the next video I make after this one. But this was kind of like the warm-up video. I need to get your projection on this deceptive company. That's all I have to share, and I'm anxious to move on. So that was something like deceptive practice. That we got everything we need to file a lawsuit on it. There's nothing that they can say. Oh, they can't say that, oh, we not doing any deceptive practices. Well, we not having any secretive complex strategies. We don't have issues with paperwork and all the other 7 red Ponzi schemes, but they do. They could be the poster child for a Ponzi scheme once you do a deep dive into them, and that's what we've done, and that's what my publisher and my producer have done, Laura have done. Now this is just AdSense stuff here. Now this is nothing. They just have you go into AdSense instead of paying you the thousands and millions of dollars that they owe you, like they paying the Royal family and the Beast and all of them up at the top 10. They paying them, but they getting all the money to pay them from you, from the people at the bottom. They making money off of your videos to pay the people at the top. Google AdSense, check your recent payment. What recent payment? We sent a payment for AdSense, and they got that long number, and it's a different number. You remember one had all the zeros in it? This one is 33543967448347443. Now why did they do that? The other one had a bunch of zeros in it. Now where am I supposed to go find that other one at? See, they do this. This is to throw you off. This is what did it say about secretive, a complex strategy? This is another complex strategy. Why would you need a number this long? Why couldn't it be 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that's all you would need. 1, 2, 3. If you was legitimate. But if you were running a complex Ponzi scheme, you would want all these to be complex strategies. Oh, this is too complex. I don't want to deal with this. If you haven't received your payment within 5 business days from the date of this email, please contact your bank Now I ask you, creators, why would I contact my bank? My bank ain't sending the money. If I go down and contact my bank and tell them, say, AdSense told me to contact y'all because y'all haven't got my money yet. They're going to look at me like, Mr. Ray, are you going insane or something? What we got to do with that? We'll take care of the money when it gets here. But see, they send you this kind of stuff to confuse you. Oh, they say go to my bank. I'm gonna be running down to my bank looking like an idiot, saying that they say they sent my money down here. They ain't sent any money. They just more or less. But see what they are doing, they are using the bank in their scheme. That's bank fraud. See, this is all gonna come out in the bank. And when the attorneys and the lawyers get through asking, say, why would you involve Citizen National Bank in this scheme? Did you ever send any money to a Citizen National Bank for Mr. Ray? Did you send his money there? But you sent this lie there, though, didn't you? You sent this lie that you had sent money there. That's bank fraud. That's federal government. Federal government should be all over this. But they don't want to get over it because, it doesn't do anything for them. And I want you people to know that the people in the federal government, they're not up there for you people. People seem to think that these Congress people up there trying to do something. These people are up there for them and their family. And if you don't do something for you and your family by getting under this class action lawsuit, then you don't deserve any money. You deserve to be sitting there with egg on your face. Because you think other people are supposed to do it for you. To make things right for you. You're the one that has to do that. That's why I'm doing this. I know anybody gonna do anything for me, a 76-year-old black man. They don't give a damn whether I get any money or not from YouTube. But I do, and I'm gonna get my money before it's over. And I'm gonna have all my millions of dollars. Here's something from YouTube creators. 2021, Robert Ray. Cheers to having such a loving fans. It is. It's time to celebrate all your hard work, see? And the community you built. What are they talking about? Let's see. There I am doing one of my videos. The man, that's my moniker, the man with all the answers. And I do have all the answers. Just like I said, you're connecting with fans. Look at that. My 4 top countries was India. In India, I think they got more people than anybody in the world, don't they? And that was my number 1. So you can imagine the video, the number of views that I was getting. And number 2, Egypt. And number 3, Algeria. All of these people checking out my video. Or so says YouTube. Look at that. 81 comments received in September. That was my month with the most views, they say. 2021 achievement. Join the YouTube partner program. They telling me I did all of this. But where's my money? I became monetized. I joined the YouTube partner program. But where's my money? Thank you fans for my year on YouTube. They thanking my fans for me. See, so I ain't even got to do it. They thanking them for me. But I'm not getting any money. They just blowing smoke up my ass and everybody else's ass and no money. Look here. Celebrate your year with the people who encouraged you. Share the snapshot below on social media using my year on YouTube. And we did this. We put it on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of them. And I got a lot of fans on there because they watch my videos and they like them. And some have said they've gotten some good rational knowledge and information to use in their own life. Thank you for 3,943 likes, 81 comments, and your support this year. That's what we sent out. Now, you see how successful it seemed like I was on YouTube, but they won't pay me. They won't give me my money. Why should I have to go to court after go through all these changes when this is what they say? Keep the gratitude going. Make a YouTube short to let fans know how much they mean to you. And I made the short. I told them how I appreciated it, but I also told them that YouTube wasn't paying me. Yeah, because they're not. They're just blowing smoke up their ass and my ass too, and they just try to make themselves look good. And then see when you see this, you be thinking, oh, I'll be glad when I get there. I'm gonna keep going until I get where Mr. Ray is. Forget about it. If you get where I'm at, you still ain't gonna make any money. I ain't making any money. Lifetime highlight. Look at that. They ain't got the hand clap shaking, clapping hands. See, all of this is Ponzi scheme stuff, making me think that, hey, I got money coming, and it's coming. Oh, you doing good. Just hang on in here. Just hang on in here. Let us use your videos for us to make money with, keep making money with, and hey, and we'll keep giving you these BS accolades. We will keep patting you on the back, giving you these here highlights. 341 days since your first upload. My first upload was, when I got this, I had my first upload was 341 days ago. I made my first video up on YouTube. And now I had got, at this time I'd had about 50 on there. 3,968 lifetime likes. 82 lifetime comments. And then they want to ask me at the end, was this helpful? Was this email helpful? Oh, it made me feel happy, joy. I was excited about it, but where is the money? You know, they want to tell you a lot of crap, but where the money is? When am I getting my money? And they say that these insights were taken from aggregated data from YouTube between January the 1st, 2021 and December 1st, 2021. All this. Nothing. Just nothing. Just words. Just smoke blowing up my ass, and I'm not getting anything. And it's the same way you're going to be. Let's see what they say this is. This is Social Blade. They throw this company called Social Blade in there, and they say I made $50,000 off Social Blade. I ain't seen that money. None of that money. See, they just tell you you're going to get money. They tell you got money coming, but they only never intend to pay you. And what can you do about it? It appears you can do it. You can't do anything about it. But just sit back and take it. But they don't know the organism chapter 4 and I'll be after their ass until I take my last breath. I'll be exposing them as the criminal enterprise they are, the Ponzi scheme they doing. And once we get them in court, we'll have what we want them then, because they ain't gonna be able to sit up and lie to 12 jurors in the jury pool, in the jury panel. They ain't gonna be able to sit up there and lie in front of the judge and laugh it off and tell him to have a great day. They ain't gonna be able to do that. Right here. Here's what Social Blade wrote me. They owe me the $50,000. But this is what they wrote me about YouTube. This is what in addition to YouTube, they were sending regular emails regarding my earnings to be paid into my checking account from the 21st to the 26th of each month. That's when YouTube pays off. I don't know. I ain't figured out quite why they use that particular date. But they pay off everybody from the 21st to the 26th of every month if you got anything coming. They told me several times I would be getting my money. Ain't got nothing yet. YouTube official payment company AdSense, based on all this information received from YouTube and SocialBlade about expected earnings, I invested over $2,000 in production of my videos and promotion. Well, I produced my video. I paid the money for that to produce my own video. Now here's what SocialBlade. SocialBlade said YouTube has not honored their agreement. I said that I told them YouTube has not honored their agreement by paying me any money for my views, which numbered 296,000 at the time I was monetized. They were supposed, that's why Wojciechowski sent me that letter saying shit, they owe me $7,500,000 because at $22 per view and $54 and $74 for a lot of those thousands of views, yeah, I would have that much money coming. As of mid-March, the channel officially had totaled 316,980 views. But they still not paying. And then after I still was getting views, they sabotaged my channel. They stopped. I had one subscriber, and I was getting several subscribers during the month. And after they sabotaged, they come up and say, I got one subscriber. One. When I had been getting several. See, they do this. They tell you how many subscribers that you will get, and they'll block your subscribers if you're not agreeing with them victimizing you. They'll do that. And I received an email from Google AdSense. That's the other demonic part of their company. On 12/21/21 with the following. We sent a payment for your AdSense published. Here that number is again. Where's that other number? Okay, this number, these two are the same. 335-43967-44834-743. Earnings on December the 21st. My YouTube dashboard showed $118. $118. That was the threshold that I was supposed to get in order to get my $1 million. I had to do this $100 threshold money. And on AdSense, and a nickel ad, 10 cents an ad, 15 cents an ad. Can you imagine how long it would take you to get it? And it took about a month, about 3 months for me to get this $118 of threshold money. What is this about, people? Why would they do this? Why would they have this kind of stuff for you to jump through hoops like this? And then I did that. And then they still came with more BS. They didn't pay me. Then they started sending me these notes about, oh, we sent money to the bank. They even sent me a letter where they made a mistake and sent Robert J. Ray's money down to a bank in Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Kansas. One of them. I called the bank up. The bank checked. They didn't send a penny down there. They ain't send it. See, all of this is bank fraud. People, you can't do this kind of stuff without being accused of bank fraud, because you're up to no good when you do that. But you think the federal government checking them about that? No, they ain't checking them. They let them get away with it. They ain't said nothing about them saying that they sent money down there when they were lying about it all the time. Then when we checked, and then when they couldn't lie anymore, then they come talking about, oh, we had the money sent back. No, you didn't have the money sent back. The people say, the bank say you never sent any money in the first place. But they told me that they pulled and sent the money back, and now they're going to get it to me. No money got here yet. What kind of game are they playing? And are you ready prepared to play this game with them about your money? I'm telling you, join this class action lawsuit. Any YouTube creator out there, you join this lawsuit and you'll get some money. If you don't join it, you're not getting any money. It can be 3, 4, 5 years down the road. You still thinking you're gonna get money off of YouTube if you get monetized. No, you're not. All you're gonna do is you just gonna be led to jump through more hoops, and more hoops. And they'll still be using see, all of this is to say that y'all in business together. As long as they can send you these letters and use your video to make money, hey, everything is legit. Oh, we're communicating with so and so there about their video. Once they become monetized, then they'll get some money. No, you're not. You're not gonna get any money. It's millions of YouTubers out there that they got videos on a channel up, and YouTube is using your channel and making money, and you're not gonna ever get any of that money at all. But it's your talent. It's your genius they're using. It's just like J.G. Winter. It's your money. Why don't you use it? That's what I'm trying to get you to do now. Join the class action lawsuit. Send your name of your channel, your email address, your name to Robert Ray 601 at Comcast.net. Robert Ray 348 at gmail.com. Robert.Arthur, like a writer, Arthur, A-U-T-H-O-R, Arthur, at gmail.com. Sage Coffee and Books at in Gulfport, Mississippi. All you gotta do is put in Sage Coffee and Books, and you'll be able to, if you want to send it there, you can send it there also. And if you're ever down in Gulfport, make sure you go through to the coffee and Sage Coffee and Books there in Gulfport. You have a real experience there. My friend Laura, my producer, she used to work out in California in the movie business. So she's aware of how a lot of this stuff works. That's why she was able to do a deep dive and come up with all of these. She's just like a bloodhound when it comes to investigating. You're gonna see the next video I make, when I show you all the stuff that she's done dug up on YouTube. You're gonna say, yep, she's a real bloodhound, all right. So don't use those. Send your name, your channel number. We'll add you to the lawsuit, and you'll get some money. You'll get some money. You'll get more money than you probably would have got from YouTube. That's for sure. Okay, here's one. This is what they did. This is Kansas City, Missouri, United States. Sorry, but the money that was deposited at 7553 Northwest Barry, B-A-R-R Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64153, United States, has already been approved and used. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Have a great day. Can you see this? Look at that. They wrote me this letter saying that my money was out there in Kansas City, Missouri, and it had already been used. Can you get to this? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is what they said. I said, I called the bank in Kansas City to inquire where my funds were and was told it had never been deposited. Yet, when asked via email again about the funds, I received this explanation. Just from YouTube. You know, at first up top there, they told me that the money was deposited out there and said it had been used. I guess by me, by that Robert Ray out there. Now this is when they found out that, hey, we wasn't buying it. Then they said, regarding your concern, Mr. Ray. See, I'm Mr. Ray now. At first I was Robert. Robert this and Robert that. Now that we in a fight for the money, it's Mr. Ray. Now, regarding your concern, Mr. Ray, I have looked into this issue and found that the money that was pending to be sent at 4553 Northwest Barry Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64153, United States, was declined and sent back to us due to misinformation that was given to us, and will be on hold until the next threshold is reached, which is February 26, 22. Have a great day. I mean, can you believe this stuff? I mean, what are they trying to prove? This is what they sending. They just sending me like we stupid, like we fools out here. Everybody, we're all fools out here, and they're the only one with intelligence. They're the only one that know anything. And if you get to the point where you're making any money, they're gonna send you the same kind of letters. See, they moved at 186 miles per second, and I say, what? I say, can you believe this? And then they goes on to say, after I didn't buy into that, I said, none of this made sense. And what misinformation are they referring to? Yet when contacted YouTube through the chat service, there was no explanation. At this point, I opened another bank account at another bank to handle the promise fund. The money was never deposited, and then when I asked again for clarification, received this the response in the email. I received this from a YouTube corporation. I understand, but due to new bank account that was given, we have to approve it again by sending $100 to that account, which is the money that was made off ads. See, they always got something different to do than send you your money. It's always going to be something else. When I inquired about this, the YouTube investigating the revenue issue, I was informed that YouTube was claiming that half my views was now somehow invalid, and that they claimed mostly were my friends and family. And so they would be disregarded and refusing to pay for my content. See, now when they done got their backs to the wall and they can't lie anymore, Ray, we found out that you had invalid traffic now, and your friends and family were sending it. You remember how many family members? I said my son and my sister. Everybody else in my clan is dead. So, are they doing it from the grave? Are they doing it from the spiritual world? Or what? This is just crazy stuff, people. And they're going to do you the same way, unless you join this class action lawsuit. At one point, YouTube took over 300,000 of my views because of invalid. They took over 300,000 of my views off there. Said it was invalid traffic. That's so they wouldn't have to pay me $22 per view for that 300,000 views. They doing anything to keep from paying me my money. You see? That's why I have to go to court to get it. And we'll be going there. They had made millions of dollars of ad money. They also took over 4,000 of my subscribers. They did that. You know, I told you I had 26,000 subscribers when they first started cutting me off, but my subscribers went on. And then they claimed that those subscribers were illegitimate subscribers. There has been no explanation of verification of viewership, which begs the question, is the value based on race and age? According to their report, YouTube showed that my channel has an international audience with many viewers in India, for example. Through a tech chat, I was also told that at one point, YouTube had logged more than 3 million views on my channel, which they claim was invalid traffic. I got all these people from other countries, and they claim that just 3 million that's invalid traffic. There's no way this over 76-year-old black man could get that many views. But my process could, yeah. And it did. And all of this will be brought out in court. So let me see if there's anything else. You've heard enough to see. Okay, you're going to be hearing about Social Blade. You don't have it now, but if you ever become monetized, get your Social Blade, which advertises to be customer oriented and user friendly, and will help navigate YouTube for content providers, have been sending emails claiming my channel is generating hundreds of thousands of dollars of ad revenue and anticipate funds via assets. Now, Social Blade, they're another entity working with YouTube. They were telling me that, hey, my video was getting thousands of ads was being placed in there, making lots of money. So why should they tell me this if they're working with YouTube? After several weeks and payment was due in February, I was trying to resolve this issue again and contacted YouTube and Social Blade about the confusion and what funds to expect. And then they suddenly took all my social media down, including my YouTube channel, my personal Instagram account, 2 personal Facebook account, and my Gmail account attached to my YouTube channel. There was no explanation except text saying that they were investigating my account. Within a few days, my channel and social media, they returned to me. And I will send a follow-up email regarding the channel that stated from YouTube partner. Lastly, I was able to escalate the email that you received saying that it came from YouTube CEO, and we also noticed that you have contacted us previously regarding the same email. You have mentioned to one of our colleagues the email address of the sender. Our internal team confirmed that the email confirmed you received was not sent by Google or YouTube and is characterized as phishing and spam. Now they trying to say that the email didn't come from Wojcicki, that it didn't come from the CA. Oh, it came from some spam phishing. People, I'm telling you, you're not going to get any money from YouTube. You're not. Unless you're in the in crowd, you're not going to get any money from YouTube. Look how if they would send me through all these changes, I got 50 videos on there to prove that I was making money on there. And they still won't pay me my money. So join this class action lawsuit if you want to get any money. Here's something, and this is about the last one I'm going to read. They say, Mr. Robert J. Ray, our team have did a deep dive into your channel and found that 2 letters that were sent to us, was found legitimate on our end. Our team still doing an investigation on where these funds are. Thank you for your patience and service. We will reach out to you in 15 days on this matter. Now, what they're talking about is the 2 letters that I sent to them that told them that they owed me $7.5 million and that they said they were going to put the money in the bank. Now they admit that they did send me these letters. But yet they still won't send me my money. They good at sending letters and communiques and stuff like that, but they're not good at all at sending you your money. So we got to file a lawsuit, and that's what we're doing. Join the class action lawsuit, people, and you will get some money at some point in time. Let me see what these 2 papers consist of. This came from YouTube partners too. Robert J. Ray, regarding your complaint, we have updated your revenue funds in Google. AdSense, which can now be seen, we will update the rest soon. You also no longer have to reach another threshold. Look here. After YouTube confirmation, I will be receiving the funds. Then YouTube sent on March 23rd another reply by email, which is also confusion. Within a few hours of my AdSense dashboard showed a change of $2,500,000 earnings due for payment this month. That's what they sent me. In light of the state, YouTube partner at Google.com, in light of the stated intent to take legal action on our prior correspondence, I have had to turn this case over to the legal team, who may or may not respond directly to your request as they deem necessary. I am unable to provide you with any further assistance on this matter. See, all of a sudden they cut you off. Because now that I'm doing a legal thing, oh, now we can't talk. We can't talk anymore. People, I tell you, this company came straight out of hell. These are demons. These demons come straight out of hell. Then I wrote, I would like to resolve this, and once Google deposits the funds, we'll dismiss the complaint, which I also stated to YouTube in response to turning the matter over to the legal team. Yet this has gone on for 5 months with no results. If they refuse to pay, then I have no alternative but to file a lawsuit for breach of contract, false advertising, fraud, racial discrimination, age discrimination, libel, slander, emotional distress, monetary loss, and for running a Ponzi scheme. There must be thousands of Mississippians who have similar issues with YouTube. And people, what else can I do? Now, what do you think about YouTube now and Google? This is all I got to share with you at this time, and I'm anxious to move on.